Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Stacking Perpetrator here. Today's video we're going to talk about your junk silver, your constitutional silver as a lot of people like to call it. I know a lot of people are buying it up, they're stacking it up. But one thing I want to talk about, I know y'all see my album fills and I start new albums and I'm looking for coins, and I have several sets going. I have a lot of the Benji albums started and everything like that. But one thing I want to touch on is I see a lot of people ordering their constitutional, and they show what they got and they put it in a tube, and they show their progress on their guardhouse boxes, or how much they're getting, whether it be Roosevelt died. Well, Walter Roosevelt's in there, but your Mercury's, your Washington quarters, Barber quarters, Standing Liberty quarters, your Benjamins, your Walkers, Barber halves, even your peace dollars. Some people stack the Morgans, the lower grade Morgans. They tend to stack the lower grade peace dollars, or better condition ones if they get them at a reasonable price. And one thing I want to touch on is when you're at your LCS picking it out, or even if you order it online, you're probably going to find it more when you're buying it at your LCS. Now I know and this is not going to apply to a few LCSs. If you want $10 in face, they actually pick it out, put it in a tube, and you don't get to search yourself. If you have a more friendlier LCS, they will let you go through the box, pick out the coins you want. I know there's a few that don't. They're real particular about it. I have two LCSs that I can actually sit down and go through the coinage. I saw my videos where I went through a mass amount of Morgan's peace dollars and big tub of constitutional, and I showed you most of my finds. I still got to do the video on the quarters and do a quarter fill in the Barber series. But one thing I want to point out, when you're going through these, watch when you're going through them, because you can find key dates and semi-key dates. They may not be the best condition, but you can find them in there. One of my recent videos for my main Morgan's album set that I'm working on, one of the 4 that I was left to get was a 030, and that's the 1903 New Orleans. That is one of the top semi-key dates for the collection. And I found in that coin, generally in a low grade, you're talking $300 up to, could be, for what I was going to do unslabbed, would be about $800. And I was planning on having to spend $800 to get that coin. And I wound up finding one in a $38, just run-of-the-mill Morgan dollar bin, sitting in there. I didn't realize it until I actually got home, because I thought 030, I didn't even look at the back. I just, 03, I need that for my second year set, which I don't care about condition. I just set it aside. And then when I got home, I realized, damn, that's a nice looking coin. And I flipped it over, and I fell out of my chair when I saw I had the O for $38. I mean, that was an awesome find. I had mentioned this, a couple other coins. I got these when my local LCS changed hands last March. They opened up and they had boxes and boxes of the guardhouse boxes where you have to put coins in flips. And they just had boxes and boxes of peace dollars, and they had boxes and boxes of they were just run-of-the-mill coins, nothing spectacular in there. In the $28 peace dollar thing, which I'd mentioned, and I'm not sure if I showed this in a video, in their $28 batch, or $30 batch, I'm sorry, in the $30 batch, they had this $19.21 piece dollar in this condition. It's got some toning. Breast feathers or the feathers on the eagle's wings are still visible. This is actually a really nice coin. This was in the $30 bin, so I got a 1921 high relief piece dollar in the run-of-the-mill bin for 30 bucks. This went into, because I already had two, so this one went into my girlfriend's collection, and she happily paid $30 to have it, so I sold it to her for what I paid for it. This is actually in her stack, and then she's keeping this with her 2021. Out of everything, I got her a 2021 piece dollar to go with it, so she keeps this with that. So that was another one of the finds. You've seen the 030. You've seen if you followed my videos when I did my Barber dime album, I found that I had out of the junk bin on the dime album was a 1905 micro O, which is a better date. I moved that. I did a video. I moved that into my typeset. My $half Barber, I already had the 14. The last week when I went through a bunch of quarters, the big tub I told you about, I found another. It's low grade granite, but it's still the 1914 Barber half. You know, it's one of the key dates for the Barber halves. In my Barber dime book, I showed where I got a 1895 Barber dime, again on the lower grade side because it came out of the junk bin, but still one of the better dates. It's a $50, $50, $60, $80 coin all day long, and there it was sitting in the junk bin. Another thing that I got, this was in the $30 bin back last year I talked about. This is in my girlfriend's son's little typeset collection he's putting together. I gave it to him. We're starting him out on this, and once he gets a little more serious, we'll get him some better books. This was also in the $30 bin. This is the 1882 Morgan, and you might say, well, what's so special about that? But in the $30 bin, it does have a rim ding. It does have the rim ding over here. Let's see if I can get it. But you can see it's pretty good bump there. But it is a Carson City. I don't know about you, but if I find a Carson City in a $30 run-of-the-mill bin for whatever condition it's in on a Morgan, I'm going to buy it. I don't know. I haven't looked to see what the actual price of that one would be or the piece dollar. I didn't try to grade it. I just, when I got it, put it in, we put those coins in those collections, and it's like you just hang on to those. You worry about them, you worry about them later. This is actually a really nice condition piece dollar. That was a really good find. I found for my main walk-in $half album, my 38D original one that I have was in a junk bin. Didn't even realize I had it until I went through my tubes to start my album up, and then I realized I had a 38D. So I'm just letting you know, check if you have stuff tubed up, if you have walkers tubed up, if you have quarters, the bar, especially, maybe not so much the Washington, because you only got to look for the 32 DNS, but check your Barbers, check your Standing Liberty quarters. As far as Benji's, your 55 is your mintage key date, but the 56 is getting really hard to find. I've done the skilly do on eBay because I'm having a hard time finding those for a few collections that I have, and there haven't been any for a couple of weeks on eBay that I can find, and that's just a 56. I can find the 55s listed, but the 56s are, I haven't seen one in raw form. Matter of fact, I don't even think they had some graded ones on there. But go through your stuff and look. You may have some. You know, you go through your barber quarters and you pull out. You find a couple of them that are, you know, they might be rough shape, but you find a couple of them that are, say, in the better date or fall under that semi-key date, and you might find 2, 3, 4 coins that, you know, you could possibly sell for $50 to $100, whatever range, and then turn around and reinvest that and increase your stack. So check your junk silver. You'll be surprised what you can find. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know down below what you think. I'm always on the search. When I'm looking to the junk bins, I'm not only looking for good coins for my collections, but I'm also looking for those semi-key and key date coins, because those are gems that, you know, you can find. They're out there. I found plenty of them, and I only have 2 coin LCSs. There's actually 5, but there's only 2 that I visit, and I have found all kinds of semi-key dates in the junk bin. So anyways, leave me your thoughts down below, and we will see you on the next one.